All right, legends, we are live. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic today. We'll be analyzing the situation here for Bitcoin because we do have a little bit of a bearish case scenario. I don't want to be the bear here of YouTube, of analysts out there, but there is reasons to believe that we could be taking out the lows from last Friday. Now, I'll be doing the technical analysis and giving you some different ideas. Make sure to stay tuned. Destroy that like button, guys, on your way in. Absolutely destroy it, because we got a good one here, guys. I'm going to give you some different scenarios, different levels, trading scenarios as well, what we could expect here with this price action, okay? Because, yeah, we've been analyzing the situation from December of last year. Could we be forming something very similar from this price action, just when we had the ETF approval, where we got one last little dip to get beneath the lows of the range and then recover and go to new all-time highs? Are we forming something very similar? Let me know if you can hear me, legends, if you can see me, and destroy that like button. Hang on a second, we're going to do that confirmation, all right, to see if you can actually see me and you can hear me. Yes, sir. Yes, legends. We are all good. That is one scenario, of course, right? Could we get one dip beneath the $90,000 range and get the recovery? Or are we going to break down massively? Or the most bullish case scenario is that we are going to form a higher low, all right, in this corrective move that is happening throughout today. Now, eventually, we'll be going through the different levels, trading setups, and how the price action could develop in the next coming hours and the next couple of days. We're not predicting what could happen next week, just like the latest live stream. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Anybody that celebrates Christmas yesterday, guys, or, you know, enjoying your holidays. Some people on holidays, some people are not. Yesterday, we had a day off, guys. It was the 25th. We had to take it off. Come on. Now, but we are here. We are back. I need you to destroy the like button because we are going to go through what we mentioned the previous stream, legends. All right. Exactly what we mentioned the previous stream. And I actually got a screenshot here from somebody that was saying, you know, your technical analysis will not come into fruition, right? A bunch of nonsense. We got someone in the comment section from this video. Some people saying, you know, this is playing out very similar to what you mentioned throughout the stream, right? As we were pumping here very, very nicely, talking about that wave 3, get a corrective move, then get another leg to the upside. We're not sure about that wave 5, how explosive it could be, but it kind of moved like we mentioned on the stream. Anybody that was here, any legit followers and that is paying attention from the streams and from the technical analysis, guys, we love to pull out the previous video, right? We love to pull out the previous video and analyze the levels, the Fibonacci, how the price could develop in the next coming hours and couple of days, and see if the analysis played out. I had a screenshot from somebody saying, you know, Bitcoin doesn't care about your technical analysis. It will do whatever it wants. And I've actually got the screenshot somewhere from that comment. But it doesn't really matter. I'm not like, I just feel bad for the people that are like, yeah, technical analysis doesn't work. Well, we are here to provide what has worked, what hasn't worked. And you know, if the analysis was not correct, we always analyze, you know, where would have we entered? You know, if I would have entered here, I would have put my stop loss here. So I would have got stopped out, this, that, the other. So we give the explanation as well on how to execute those trading scenarios despite being right or wrong, because I am not the best TA out there in the world, but we can figure out some different probabilities, what is highly likely and what is unlikely to happen, right? And then we can trade based on the analysis. So let's start off the live stream on what was mentioned, right, 2 days ago, right? We need to start off with what were the scenarios that we talked about based on the price action, okay, that we were having on stream at this range, okay? Because, you know, I had a prediction, I had a scenario counting the possible waves that could be on the formation. If you paid attention on the previous stream, we analyzed that this is very likely going to be a wave 3, right? We're likely going to extend, you know, potentially another $1,000, $2,000 till we finish that wave 3 as we were doing this stream. What I want to see on the end of the wave 3, which I do not know where it's going to be, but it was very much just as the drawing almost, right? Just almost hitting the highs that we had from previous Saturday, right? And then look for that corrective move to come down to the 382 50%, where I'm going to be expecting another bounce to finally claim the highs of the third wave. Now, of course, this could end up in a double top. It could explode out a few $1,000s, right? We never know the fifth waves, how they can develop. Lots of fifth waves can double top, right? It creates a failed breakout and then comes back down, which basically is what happened. Now, when we analyze this, right, because we were looking for a few more waves to the upside based on the pumpy action that we were forming, right, on the previous stream 2 days ago, which was basically right over here. It was basically right over here where we were basically on, you know, do that live stream, right? Round about that zone. Now, talking about this movement, you know, almost claiming the high, we don't, I mean, this was pure luck, I have to say, right? Just talking about the peak ever so slightly beneath this level, I have to say this was pure luck. I don't know where that third wave is going to finish. But what we're talking about is where we could bounce and then create one more wave to the upside, right? And of course, I'm interested in shorts, right? I'm interested in shorts, just a short of a few $1,000s. We are happy we can scratch some profits. We can scratch some dollars off the market, and we could even roll down to lower levels, which I'm going to explain throughout the analysis of today, guys. And this is why you need to pay attention, because come on, you know, what we talk here is really no BS, right? It is no BS. It is pure technical analysis. And we have the previous streams, okay, to provide that information, right? We actually got someone here, you know, the Bitcoin prediction is becoming eerily true so far. Somebody commenting this throughout yesterday. So overall, we got the movement up, we got the correction. We're looking at the 382 to the 50% to bounce. 382 is at 96, you know, almost, yeah, around about $97,000, as you can see right there. I mean, this was pure luck to say that we were going to peak out just before taking out this high. I mean, that's actually what happened right there. And what we were talking about is the Fibonacci retracement from this corrective move being a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. The price bounced at the 382 Fibonacci, just at the $97,000 range, right? Then we got the next move to the upside, right? So on the stream that we did 2 days ago, we're actually talking about this, right? We're talking about, you know, I'm expecting this to extend, form a third wave. Then I am looking at a fourth wave. And then what I'm looking at is one more wave to the upside, which I really don't know where the price could be. Because, you know, hey, if the price would have exploded out from here on a fifth wave, a pretty explosive fifth wave, you know, there were some zones that I would be interested in shorting, right? But even a double top is acceptable to short. You formed a failed breakout from the high of the third wave. We're getting beneath, you know, you can start speculating on a short right there. If you're going to form a higher low and blast off, then you get stopped out at the highs, and then you short at the next level of interest, which was round about $103,000, $102,500 based on the analysis of the previous stream, and looking then to get that rollover. So you either roll over with a failed auction double top, bang, in that fifth wave, and start moving here to the downside, potentially coming down to claim those lows from last Friday at $92,000 area, or you extend on that fifth wave, you break out from the highs. You know, this is a zone that I'm not interested in short positions. You know, if I get into a short position, I will short after the rejection somewhere in this area. I actually managed to jump into that short with very low capital. You know, I haven't been very actively trading for the moment, but after the rejection, you're never going to see me shorting a wick, right, or trying to short the absolute high. I need the rejection and I need the speculation on the analysis that was provided on the previous stream, right? Look for the fourth wave, right, at some point, down to the 382, 50%, and claim that high one more time, either with a double top or a successful breakout. And we analyzing the level of confluence at $102,000, $103,000 that was mentioned, right, to create kind of a failed breakout swing failure pattern from these highs, which did not happen, right? We already created the double top, so end of fifth wave is right over here. Now the question is, the whole speculation of this was an ABC flat possibility. An ABC flat possibility. So far, so good. We did form those fifth wave, those 5 waves. We got 3 peaks, right? 5 waves, boom, we correcting down. Now, we are going to be speculating, right? We're going to be analyzing to see what could happen next, legends, right? What are the next moves? Are we just forming a corrective move? You're wrong, Andy. This is not bearish. We will not claim the lows at $92,000. We'll be forming a higher low right there, and we're going to blast off in the next couple of days. There is a bullish case. There is a bullish case, of course. We need to bottom out somewhere in between the golden pocket and the 7/8 Fibonacci. We are basically getting a reaction at the golden pocket right now as we speak, from the lows created on Monday to the highs created yesterday. Yeah, golden pocket. We know it's the most respected Fibonacci retracement, the 61865. That's where we're getting a reaction. I'm not happy and longing this, guys, because I am leaning on the potential that this has been an end of an ABC flat, and we actually going to come down in the next couple of days to get below $92,000. That is what I see, okay, possibly happening. We are going to be talking about the bearish case and the bullish case right now, okay? Eventually, the bearish case is coming down, claiming the lows below $92,000. And we need to analyze very carefully this rejection. And if we were to continue to the downside, you know what I am expecting somewhere in this zone. You know what I am expecting. A massive recovery into 2025 to come back to new all-time highs. So, hey, being a little bit bearish locally doesn't mean that I'm very bearish. The top is in, legends. You know, I'm expecting new all-time highs into 2025. But we need to understand the waves. We are day traders, right? I get into a long, I get into a short. If I can scratch a few dollars out of the market, then I will. We are day traders. We look to short and long. We are in a bull market. Let's not forget. It's not a moment, okay, to believe that we are very bearish and Bitcoin's done and crypto bull market is done just yet. So we look for shorts and for longs. This is without a doubt very disturbing price action. It does look like a bit of a distribution event when we go to the daily time frame, right? Or the 4 hourly. I mean, Wyckoff distribution should be taken on the daily time frame. Anybody that's not aware of a Wyckoff distribution pattern, well, we know that you form those 3 peaks, right? You form those 3 peaks, up thrust right there, test, bang, and then you come all the way up here. You form those 3 peaks, and this is where the whales are selling, right? The whales are selling here. They're gonna trick you. That's like very, very poor price action to the upside, and we've formed that 3rd peak, and now we're gonna absolutely collapse in the next couple of weeks, right? Dropping down below 90k, 80,000, and even filling that CME futures gap at $70,000 if it is around about that area, right? I don't know. You have those 3 peaks on a distribution event. You got the first aggressive move. I mean, this is very classic where you form a lower high and then boom, you know, you get that movement back down. If we do, I mean, it's just a little bit of an example. A distribution has to happen at the peak of the bull run. I don't think we're in the peak of the bull run, but it's just the kind of price action that you just need to be aware of, where you form the 3 peaks, right? We had a beautiful distribution. I sold 25% of my entire crypto portfolio back in 2021 based on this Wyckoff distribution pattern. Okay, so you got the breakdown claiming this higher low, and then of course you break the structure, higher low broken. Next move, lower high, bang, lower low, and you got a very aggressive, May collapse here in 2021. So when you analyze this on the Bitcoin price action from the last, couple of months, I wouldn't say it's the same, but it's kind of similar, right? It's not exactly the same. Of course it's not, but you would arguably discuss that, yeah, you're forming that 3 peak momentum. This move looks like you've just broken out from the higher lows here. The last higher low is this one. And a quick reminder, this wick did not claim this low on the spot exchanges. So you were continuing to form higher lows here on spot. This was only on futures. You got a higher low right there. You got a kind of a confirmed lower low. We cannot deny that, right? I cannot deny that this is a lower low because you broke the last higher low right over here. This one does not count. On spot exchanges, you did not claim this low. So, yeah, you could discuss that you're going to form a lower high, which could be in, and then drop down to below 90,000, 85,000, possibly. The analysis on the higher time frame, very much, tells me that that could be the case. And on that distribution, I mean, this was extremely simple to read, guys. I didn't want to sell all of my crypto, but I did take, lots of profits from the accumulation, right, that we had throughout 2018, 19, 20. Based on the market structure, Wyckoff distribution, you officially formed a lower low right there. And you can expect a higher low formation. Where I was selling was here. And there's a few live streams here saying, guys, I'm out. I'm taking some profits. Let's see how we develop, right? Should have taken more profits, right? But, you never sell everything at the high. You never buy everything at the low, right? So most importantly, you need to take profits, right? So with that theory, we need to believe that the low could be claimed. And in this case, the low from previous Friday is at $92,000. You've broken the structure from the uptrend of the last few months with this confirmed lower low. You could be forming a lower high and then test the lows. Will the breakdown be aggressive or not? This is what we are going to figure out, guys. We're going to talk about the most important levels of support to try and understand where the price could actually bounce. So far, so good. This ABC flat scenario is kind of playing out. You claim the highs. What we want to see on that flat, based on the analysis that we provided on the previous stream, is to claim the highs, right? Regardless, claim the highs. If you do go to 102 or 3, it doesn't matter. Claim the highs from Saturday. And that's what's happened here. And we moved beautifully in a 5-wave move. We moved beautifully in a 5-wave move. For a 5-wave move, you need 3 peaks. You need that one. You need this one, which we did not form yet on the stream. Guys, wait. We will retrace at some point down to the 382 50% zone and then get the bounce and claim that high to finish that 5th wave, which is this next peak. So that is what has happened. I expect some of you legends that have been paying attention probably jumped into a short position after the claim of this high and the rejection. Now we need to analyze legends, okay? Check out the previous stream, guys, because this is where you will see how we are predicting the next possible movements, right? Not exactly knowing what the price is going to do next, but actually saying if we do retrace down to the 382 50% Fibonacci after finishing this impulse, we are looking for a bounce, a wedge, a triangle, it doesn't matter. I don't know what the price is going to do, but I'm looking for those fib levels to hold and create one more wave up on a 5th wave, right? Either in a double top, extensive. We're looking for, I'm interested in shorts, as I was mentioning here throughout the stream 2 days ago, and jumped very, a little late and low capital. Overall, it's probably going to make, $1,000, $2,000 if we do drop down beneath the lows. But regardless, it's kind of what happened. I mean, the exact double top happened at around about 2 o'clock in the morning, my time. 2, 3 o'clock, something like that in the morning. I was sleeping when we formed this swing failure pattern, and we formed the fifth wave. So, you know, I didn't manage to exactly short $99,000. So I want to know your opinion. I want that like button to get absolutely destroyed. Merry belated Christmas legend says, watch and listen. Got a super chat. Merry Christmas, guys. It is the 26th. New year coming, guys. 2025 is going to be awesome. We're going to see a few more shakeouts potentially, guys. A few more shakeouts. Who is holding PRQ legends? Because PRQ is doing just great. You know, this is one of the latest accumulation altcoins that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago in early December. It's doing absolutely phenomenal. But the one that is doing absolutely great, that is getting a pretty sharp pullback at the moment, guys, is 𝗬𝗏 Network. My goodness, you know, got an explosive breakout. I do expect 𝗬𝗏 Network to bottom out at some stage here, and then, you know, continue the bull run. You know, March highs is my target, so whatever happens here, I don't really care. Regardless, I'm aiming for the March highs. We're maintaining grounded. 𝗬𝗏 Network doing absolutely awesome. Let's analyze Bitcoin right now. Now that we got almost 1,000 people, we got that like button. Bear with me here, guys. If you think this is a bunch of nonsense, you need to go and watch the stream 2 days ago, because we're basically analyzing the 5 waves that could happen, which are 3 peaks, right? You have the 5 waves right over here. 1, 2, 3 peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're talking about, we're speculating on a larger time frame ABC move. Claim the highs of the A wave. We could shoot up. We could double top. If you double top, you got a short entry. You got a stop loss above the high. You want to watch the previous stream, guys, just so you can understand how we analyze the situation, right? We do give 2-3 scenarios, and of course, we, you know, on those scenarios, you have some entry points where you can manage risk like a pro. So yeah, you want to watch previous stream, guys. This is basically where we were analyzing and predicting, you know, the potential scenarios here on the price of Bitcoin. So people don't care. My goodness, I actually got, you know, 40 people leaving the stream. Are you interested in the technical analysis or not, legends? Smash up that like button, because my goodness, this played out very, very similar to what we mentioned on the previous stream. Now let's analyze what could be next. The most unlikely scenario, let's get to 300 likes, legends, right away. And I'm going to go to comment section. I'm going to go through the comment section as we do blast through 300 likes. And then we'll focus on what could be next on Bitcoin and what are the levels that you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention on the 5-wave move up on the price of Bitcoin based on the analysis on the stream. We had a 5-wave move up. We're rejecting right now several $1,000s, over $3,000-4,000 from the highs created last night, early this morning. So we're pulling back almost $5,000, basically based on the analysis that we mentioned on the previous stream. So let's get to 300 likes. Barefoot, absolutely appreciate your great work, says Barefoot. Absolutely awesome. TA for the win. God, thank you very much. Aditya, my man, nice to see you here in the comment section. If BTC drops to 80k, altcoins may hit bear lows. I wouldn't say bear lows, but they will definitely take a little bit of a hit, okay? We are talking about 20% or even 30% extra hit, guys, on altcoins. And it's going to be very difficult to hold on, right? I'm not selling. I'm not selling. 𝗬𝗏 Network, ICP, I mean, I might be at, you know, from the altcoins that we mentioned on the buy. Obviously, 𝗬𝗏 Network, this is no buying zone. 𝗬𝗏 Network, we mentioned the buying zone here. We got the pullback. We got a present. Not selling here eventually at break even. We actually talked about, okay, guys, you could buy here now, right? We're pulling back after that breakout. Wow, it did almost a 3x. Yeah, around about a 3x in 48 hours, right? Pretty awesome. So we're not selling, you know, we're not selling on the dip. I'm going to ride the dip all the way till we hit the March highs. I'm going to hold on strong, guys, despite whatever volatility happens here on the altcoins. We need to focus on Bitcoin. We passed the 300 likes. Barefoot Sailing Adventures, much love to you, my man. You're a legend, says Lenny. Thank you very much. Extra 30% dang. Everything points out that bull run will continue, guys, into 2025. But these shakeouts are very common. And I want to explain this right over here. Okay, they are very, very common, these kind of shakeouts in the bull run. The big legs up should happen in the coming months, not now. And I will explain based on this chart on the previous cycles, right? What, you know, how the market makers, right? How the market works and how they manipulate to make you believe that the top is in, that's it, we're rolling over, right? I will do that later on, but first of all, we need to focus on Bitcoin as we have passed the 300 likes. We're going to get to 350 in the next coming minutes, even seconds. Can you take a look at 𝗬𝗍𝗿 and KSM? I bought a little bit, absolutely. And at NH80, we will take a look at that. But first of all, we're going to focus on Bitcoin. Now, what would be the bullish case scenario? Bullish case scenario, not taking out these lows. We're going to form a higher low right there just for all of those bulls out there that are talking about $92,000. Let me ask here on a poll before we continue with the analysis, okay? Legends, as we're smashing all together the like button, I'm going to do a poll. My goodness, it is pretty lame to ask for likes, okay? But I have to. It seems like I have to because we're almost 1,000 people and we can't have 300 likes. We need to get at least half of the viewers on likes. Come on, legends. Let's destroy the like button, you lazy boogers. Let me ask the community right now, do you think we will go below 90k soon? I'm not going to say in the coming days, right? Today, tomorrow. Do you think do you think we will go below 90k soon, guys? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section, in the poll. Sorry, I created a poll. I want to know your opinion. Okay, I'm gonna say, oh sorry, I was gonna say 92k. My bad. I'm very bad at doing polls. I wanted to say the lows from last Friday, which is $92,000. Anyway, 90k. I think so. Yes. Anyway, I think yes. We're getting the votes in right now. You know, lots of people saying yes. 60%. I'm in doubt now. I am in doubt. I am in doubt on the analysis. You kind of want to go against the herd. Maybe this is bullish, right? This is pretty curious to see the polls when you got the herd saying yes to something and then the opposite kind of happens, right? But the analysis does suggest that it's very highly likely to take out the lows. And this is why we're going to explain right now. What would be the bullish case? What would be the big smack on the face to say your analysis was wrong, Andy, and we actually going to be going to all-time highs in the next coming days for New Year? Well, the most bullish case scenario would be that we have finished a corrective structure here in a WXY, because it's a double zigzag right there, right? We've got a zigzag here, small little zigzag here, and another zigzag there, right? This is the end of the correction. And now what we are forming is a 1-2, which retraced to the 0.88 Fibonacci, which is extremely rare for a wave 2, like very rare. And now what you're forming is not a 3. It is not a third wave just yet. We have formed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only bullish case scenario that we have right now is that we formed a double 1-2, meaning that this has been the first wave up. We are still in the formation of the third wave, but we are forming the first wave of the third wave, which we should see 3, 4, 5 on this third wave, right? And we're just forming this the first wave 1 and wave 2. It's possible. I have to say, it is possible, but unlikely. Possible, but unlikely, in my opinion. 112. This has been a finished corrective structure, very fast, very steep. It would be rare, to be honest, to be this the end, especially when you retraced after this dead cat bounce and come down all the way down to the 0.88. Extremely rare for a higher low here in a wave 2, and then a 112 right now. Boop. You're gonna hold on in between the 618 and the 78 Fibonacci from this pivot low of Monday, right? This is like the unlikely, extremely rare scenario, legends, right? This is not the preferred scenario, and it's the unlikely scenario that is going to happen for Bitcoin. 7.8, I mean, you don't want to hit the 0.88 because then it's like, yeah, then it's like, yeah, you're going to take out the lows at some point. It's just going to come down. So you really want to hold on in this wave 2 in between that 7.8 Fibonacci, which is 94K, and the golden pocket. Like, this is like the last chance for the bulls to maintain. If you are bullish on Bitcoin and you believe that you're not going to claim these lows, the most bullish case is 1 2 1 2 boom boom 3 4 5 4 5, right? And you're just smashing through all-time high in the next, you know, coming days, 1 to 2 weeks, give or take. This is the zone that needs to hold for the bulls. You know, the moment you take out this low, you're going to take out this one eventually. And, you know, I am expecting ever so slightly lower levels. This is unlikely that we're going to form a 112, and you're forming the third wave in the next coming days. I kind of want to hedge the short, but yeah, it just looks extremely likely that we're going to come down. Very strong rejection. What I would like to see right now in the next coming hours, days, based on this movement down, I have to say this would be rare. This would be very rare for... This would be very rare for an ABC, right? A, very shallow. B, C right there. Very quick. It just doesn't make sense. Also looking at Fibonacci time from the low of Monday to the high, which is the fifth wave. We haven't even crossed the 382 on this pullback. So regardless, the bounce is extremely likely going to form a lower high. If the price of Bitcoin gets a bounce after claiming the lows, which it kind of did, I'm really not interested in a long position here, guys. You know, let's keep it clear. Not interested in a long. I would be more interested in a short. I think this is a dangerous zone to long. The lows from today haven't been claimed with this movement, recent move down. I could tell you there is a possibility that this could be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You wick down here and you finally get a nice move up. But I would count this for the bullish case scenario as an A wave, right? An A wave right there. Or a wave 1. Because then I'm looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the next coming days. I think the 3, 4, 5 is the most likely scenario based on the analysis from the previous stream. For the bullish case, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we correcting now. We should end the corrective structure after the 382 time Fibonacci from the low to the high. This would be an extremely, the fact that the price is going to move up from here and get back up to the highs in the next coming hours is extremely unlikely. This is like an extremely unlikely scenario to get a bounce and get back up to the highs from yesterday or early this morning. So what I'm expecting of this bounce is to actually roll back down. You know what would be nice? What would be nice is actually coming down to the lows of the last few hours. You know, get a bit of a decent move down, right? Get a nice fifth wave, get a nice peak down here. Because then, you know, this is very complex to count, but you would come to the conclusion that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the movement down here, create a significant bounce. And this bounce is going to be for shorting, in my opinion. The bounce up is going to be for shorting because, you know, I think it's very likely you're going to get one more leg down. I would be speculating on this on a wave 2. Then either a B wave and then a C wave. And you're correcting here from this move. And you're forming that double 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you blast through here. That is unlikely in my opinion. But you know what needs to be interesting here is the 50% to the 7/8 Fibonacci from this move down. Because if we move down here, claim the lows of today, and we get, you know, at some point a bounce, I'm interested in that low. I mean, we could double bottom here locally with a slightly lower low. That for me would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, this would be the end of an impulse. We've got some volume picking up here eventually in this third wave, the most aggressive ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce situation now. I have to say that for those aggressive scalpers, it would be acceptable. I mean, the golden pocket from the low of Monday to the highs of early this morning is holding quite nicely. I have to say it's kind of acceptable to get a wick down and recovery here. There could be a speculative long back to the highs of this range. I mean, it is a move of over $1,000. I want that low to be claimed, though. It would be nice. There is a, you know, entry zone, stop loss, 2.5, 3 to 1 risk reward at a bare minimum. I would expect higher, but there is a bit of a setup right there based on the counts. ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is possible. There's a little scalp long here. If you claim the lows, get back above, and claim the highs here from this range. If we do bounce successfully here, I have to come to the conclusion that we've formed a truncated fifth wave. That this has been the ABC flat right there. This has been the fifth wave. And if you do not claim that low and you recover here out of nowhere, that is the moment that we need to analyze very carefully that recovery. I am expecting a 3-wave structure to the upside, and the zone where I expect a terrible rejection from the wick high to the low. I mean, this is if we were to recover from here, guys. If we were to bounce, then I have to come to the conclusion this was a truncated fifth wave. I mean, we might take the lows very soon in the next coming minutes, okay? Those lows from this little range. But just in case this happens, I am looking at this as a one wave or an A wave, and this movement up is likely to form a lower high. Best area where to form a lower high here, and this is like for scalping day trading setups, guys. You know, you might not be interested in this analysis, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. The previous day point of control, previous day value area low could be very interesting here for that lower high formation. If it is in between the golden pocket and the 7/8 zone, could be a very interesting zone to short. Yeah, golden pocket from this latest move down is where we have the previous day point of control zone from this consolidation. So lower high probability if we move up here in a 3-wave structure very poorly, right, and we start creating that choppiness, I am looking at this to roll back down and break the lows of this range. At least break this low. That is if we do get a bounce. I think this bounce is going to be unsustainable, just like this movement up we mentioned throughout the stream is unsustainable. I don't expect this to move very high based on the analysis of the previous stream, right? Analyzing the waves. So what is going to be interesting if we do get that bounce is to take a look at the CVD. Okay, CVD is going to be kind of key here. It would be nice to see bearish CVD divergence, which we probably might form, we probably might not form. But on the CVD, whatever platform you're using, see that bounce here to the upside and get lots of people longing, right? On all of the exchanges or on Bybit, it doesn't really matter, but form those lower highs, high highs on the CVD. You got the bearish CVD divergence. On the analysis, it does give us the high probability of moving to lower levels. So there would be the shorting zone would be golden pocket to the 7/8 would be the ideal. Could we reject at 50%? Possibly, but I would remain patient to see if we get to this area. Golden pocket zone, then it would speculate on that. Stop loss at the high, shorting zone here. Claim the lows and even claim the lows from last Friday. Kind of a three waver, boop, 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 then roll back down. We need to analyze very carefully how we move up there, because if we rock it, right, I'm not interested in a big massive pump here. I need a bit of a three waver, just like I needed a 5-wave move to short from the previous stream. What I want to see here after this pump is a 3, 4, 5. I need 3 peaks based on the analysis. Get that 5th wave, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to then look for the short position based on the speculation of that ABC. So what I do need to see here is a very boring 3-wave move up with no steam, low volume. You have volume divergence here on that movement up. Realizing that there's no steam. If you have bearish CVD divergence, then it's a golden ticket. And you got this consolidation volume profile of yesterday, previous day point of control, with the bearish CVDs, with the decreasing volume on the bounce. It will be the golden ticket at the golden pocket 7/8 Fibonacci zone. Stop loss at the high, looking for the rollover to at least claim this low, because the bullish case scenario is there, right, where you do form that 1-2 1-2, and in this 1-2 you're still in the corrective wave, but you haven't passed the 382 Fibonacci time, which is a minimum from the pivot low to the pivot high of your wave 1. This is speculating the bullish case. You would be expecting that 3 wave and then back down to sweep up the lows. Maybe then it's a 1-2 1-2. You bottom out here. I mean, it would be interesting to see how we're going to claim this low. I would expect a breakthrough, because I'm leaning on the side that this is going to be a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I'm leaning more on that side, that this bounce will be poorly and it's going to move to the downside. Depending on this movement down, wherever it tops out, 50%, 7/8 Fibonacci from the movement down, depending on how we claim this low, if it is choppy, we have low volume, very choppy, wedgy, we get back above, I would speculate on, okay guys, maybe this is a double 1-2 and we're going to actually, pay attention to how we come back down to the lows, because maybe it all depends on how we come down here. I want to see a wave 3, right? Get down, get the collapse, get everybody panicking, right? Get the movement down. That's what I want to see as we break down from this current low of this range of the last few hours. But if we start dancing around here and not breaking down with high volume, I'm going to give a chance of the 112 for the bulls, right? Regardless, in that short already, so that's a little bit of the local analysis. I'm going to do a little bit of higher time frame. Regardless, based on the scenario from the previous stream, jumped into that short position here on weeks at that consolidation. We do long, we do short. We trade the levels and the range, guys, based on the analysis. If you're interested in trading, weeks right now has a great deposit bonus. You just need an email and a password to sign up on weeks, guys. Check out the link down below in the description. Come and trade with me, Bitcoin and many different altcoins. Check out weeks, guys. Just email and password. You're signing up in a matter of minutes. You also have Bluffing, guys. Bluffing is a great alternative as well to Bybit and these other different exchanges. They've got a great bonus right now as well. Just an email and a password. You're signing up legends. Okay, very legit platforms. Check out the bonuses down below. Now, let's talk about the higher time frame scenario, right? I don't think we need to. Because it's probably going to take more than 24 hours for any of these predictions that I've been talking about to play out. So speculating on another move that might happen in 2-3 days, I'm going to be back live tomorrow. So, of course, if you want more in detail updates, you got the Legends community to join. Okay, it's the first link down below if you want more in detail updates. Let's go right away. Possibly, and if he paid attention to it, it would have been able to make the move and profit. Okay, that's a nonsense on the word. Technically, he did as it was discussed. I understand what you mean, though. What's the matter here? This dude is funny. This is good. Thank you for the great content, says 𝗵𝗫𝗶𝗫. You're very much welcome, my man. This is very good. This is a great comment. This dude is funny. He doesn't really speak out and just talks about any possible outcome. And insight, he can always come back to tell us, told you so, whatever pattern plays out. No, it is not like that. Check out the previous stream. This was actually the only scenario that we mentioned. No, there's no sugarcoating on this. This was the only, looking for 5-wave moves up. There's no sugarcoating. Check out the previous stream. Seriously. You're going to see a lot of people like that on YouTube, though. That is correct. Okay. That is true. You're going to see a lot, if not 90%. I mentioned the bounce. This is going to top out on the previous stream at some point. I do not know where we're going to top out on this third wave. But the retracement is going to bounce at the 382 50% range. I mean, you manage your risk accordingly. This is where you need to bounce. Stop loss can be at the 618. I cannot tell you how to trade it, but I can tell you where the stop loss would be, where the entry zone would be, and you're targeting the highs of the third wave again. Another leg up here after that wave 4. This is the only scenario that was mentioned on the stream, last streamer. We need to talk about the bullish and the bearish case always, and the levels that need to react. If you know better, please give me a text to join the Discord and we'll discuss the different scenarios, my man. But you can check the previous stream based on the levels and the waves that we are expecting after the move up that we had on Monday. There's no sugarcoating on this. You can check it yourself. And the level that needed to bounce was the 382 to the 50% from this latest move to form that wave 4. I'm just going to draw it there for you. We did not talk about the bearish case. You know, I think that the highest probability was actually forming that ABC move here. We only mentioned about the ABC move, take out the high and then roll back down wherever it tops out with a double top. Like someone saying under your comment, if you paid attention, you would actually understand the analysis on the price action that we formed on the previous stream here. 382 to the 50%. 382 got the bounce. We claimed the highs on the 5th wave, and we pulled back down. on that higher time frame ABC flat scenario. Take it how you want. What can I say? But hey, I am not that kind of dude that is going to not look at the comments. There's nothing to hide here, right? And if the analysis is bad or stop loss is hit based on the different scenarios, we will pull out the previous stream and we'll discuss the different scenarios, even though the predictions didn't play out. So anyway, do you think anyway, who's this guy? He probably not if you reference in future videos back to I predicted it, because he didn't. I mean, guys, come on. I'm not gonna lose my time here with this. Let's continue with the comment section. Let me know if you wanted me to focus a little bit more on the price of Bitcoin. Not gonna waste my time with these people. Just go and check it yourself. What can I say? Super chat from Investor Bill. Do you think the EU banning Tether from December the 30th will affect liquidity? And will Trump support Tether? This is a very, very difficult question for me to answer, Investor Bill. EU versus USA financial war. Absolutely. I mean, Europe is very... They're doing so much regulation at the moment. I lived in Spain, and I had to leave Spain. And Europe in general is just not good. They're not crypto friendly. They're not adopting new different different technologies. I don't know. They're very bad. Their tax is awful. USA as well, I have to say. But about Tether, will it affect liquidity? It is very possible. It is very possible. With no doubt, we're going to see a massive transition. I mean, US dollar Tether is still number one eventually as stable coin. US dollar coin is 43, but we're going to see this decrease without a doubt entering into 2025. A lot of this liquidity, a lot of this market cap is going to go to US dollar coin. That is without a doubt going to happen with these regulations. So not too interested. EU is almost bankrupt, says TXR. Absolutely. Very much. EU is almost bankrupt, says Marco as well. Yeah, very true. Krypton boy with the Germany flag. For sure, learn more from Andy than anyone else, especially around risk management on scalps. My man, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We do try. I do try my best. But yeah, maybe some people that are new. This is why I always say, if you're new to the channel, you might be a little bit mixed up. You might be, we're just analyzing the local scenario right now. But we can do higher time frame. I mean, maybe on the next stream, we'll do a little bit of more higher time frame to lower time frame and have it a little bit more structured. But I always expect that the viewers, 80 to 90% are the same people that watched my previous stream. So I kind of like to go, guys, remember what we talked about? Now this next scenario. But I think based on new subscribers, I should do a more general analysis and then focus on the lower time frames. That is for sure. I enjoy the short time frame. Yeah, without a doubt. Most out there will do higher time frame. I can tell you that. Most will do 4 hourly, daily, hourly potentially. We even zoom into the 15 minute, 5 minute and analyze, the next coming hours, right? It's like, maybe we're looking at these kind of movements and which I think is more enjoyable for the viewer, because they want to know what's going to happen in the next coming hours between today and tomorrow. So, but we always need to talk about the bullish case and the bearish case. Like I said, this guy in the comment section that's probably fucked off already, hey, the bullish case cannot take out this low. If we have an extreme bullish case scenario, this low cannot be taken, because we will break down, pretty aggressively beneath this low. Especially now that we've retraced down to the 0.88 fib, where it's like, yeah, of course, if we take out this low, we're so close, we're going to take out that low, of course. But this could have retraced to the 618 Fibonacci. I mean, if we would have retraced to the 618 Fibonacci from this move and then moved up here, I would say if this low is taken, we're going to take out this low with high probability. And then you got a gap of $2,000-$3,000, right? Then it's... but anyway, the bullish case needs to hold basically the in between 50% and 7/8 Fibonacci, right? Take it with a pinch of salt, right? If you are a massive bull and you only like the bull case, you know, your stop loss needs to be here and your entry zone needs to be in between the 7/8 and the 50%. So far, golden pocket is holding. 7/8 is like your max zone. You don't want to break down here. This is your entry zone. Your stop loss is here. If you take out this low, you should get stopped out of the market because we don't know how aggressive the move could be to the downside. So we need to talk about the bullish case. 112. This has been the end of the correction, which, you know, it can be countered as an end WXY, double zigzag. 112, and then we off to the races in a third wave, 4545. This is the zone that needs to hold for the bulls. Do you want to trade it? Do you want to enter along here? Your invalidation is here. That is up to the viewer. I am leaning more on the bearish case. I am leaning more on the bearish case that this correction has not finished. And what we're looking at here is an A wave, a B wave, and we're going to form a C wave. And we're going to break down below $90,000. I am leaning more on this side that it's highly more probable. This is why I'm talking about if we bounce here, you know, I'm in favor of actually a short at the, you know, golden pocket 7/8. We cannot claim the highs. That's your invalidation level. And we talk about this is the zone that you're interested in. And matter of fact, if the bearish case does play out, you're looking at a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5, and you're actually breaking down here to complete this. So this would be your entry zone. This would be your invalidation. You need to take profit at least once on your low currently here, your current low from this range. I would hold some of that trade down to this low without a doubt. So it's not about, whatever I talk about. Oh, you said about this scenario, you talk about 2 scenarios or 3, then eventually you're going to come back to your stream and you're going to say that this scenario played out. This was, funny enough, the previous stream, we only talked about this one scenario, which was basically moving up in a 5-wave structure, which it did, because I didn't see any other scenario happening. You really need to check out the previous stream, guys, from 2 days ago to understand how we were speculating on the 5-wave move up. Eventually, we don't know where the peak of the 3rd wave is going to be or the peak of the 5th wave. But the 5th wave could always double top from the 3rd wave, or it could extend. If we double top from the 3rd wave and we reject, you got your entry point, okay? You have your entry and you have your first stop loss, just in case the price does claim that high. You know, if you form a 5-wave move up, okay, if you look, I don't know where the 5th wave is going to end, but if we fail to break out the 3rd wave, I'm already going to consider some shorts after rejecting from the 3rd wave. So, you know, you need to take the analysis and analyze it as to your strategy and to your way of trading. But based on this, you need to take a look at the previous stream, because also mentioning the 5th wave could break out successfully from the 3rd wave. And I'm not interested in any short trades from this high to this level, to the high here from last Tuesday. Well, basically from this level. I'm not interested in a short in this area. You're not going to see me short here. I don't know where that 5th wave is going to end. I would prefer a confluent zone. But if we double top and we reject, I am shorting down here with my stop loss above the high created yesterday or early this morning. I hope that does make sense, guys, because anyway, that's the explanation based on the previous stream, okay? And it played out very nicely. This was the only scenario that we were talking about throughout the next stream. Forming 5 waves up. Look at BTC dominance and then alts, please. Okay, it is time. I think it is time. But the bearish case scenario, legends, the ultimate higher time frame bearish case scenario, just so you are aware and that we do not need to be scared of, is, you know, coming down, breaking down below 90,000, maybe even hitting $85,000. It's very much a possibility. Sweep up all of these higher lows from the last few weeks, right? Last 1 to 2 months. I'm going to be so interested in longing, guys, because I do believe that we're going to form a new all-time high into 2025, regardless of how this moves. I will be looking at this as an end of a corrective structure. Then, yes, I would say ABC. The fact that we moved down here, it's extremely complex to count this as an impulse. Wave 2. Wave 3, we're going to absolutely lose it here and go down to 70k, right? And even lower. I don't think this is going to be the case. The movement down here that I am kind of expecting, if we were to come down to these lows, is going to be corrective. It's going to be a correction from the movement up of the last few months, and I'm expecting new highs. But people will be in doubt. People will be in doubt of the bullish of Bitcoin and crypto still being bullish. But this really helps. This last move really helps to understand it is highly more likely that the speculative breakdown from the Friday lows, last Friday lows at $92,000, is highly likely going to be a corrective structure that will end up at some point in this region, right? And we are going to recover in the next coming weeks to claim new all-time highs into 2025. Then actually this being the top, and we entering a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're forming a devastating wave 1 in the start of a bear market. This scenario is highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Why, you may ask, right? This is how we need to analyze the situation, guys. Because, man, I just need one guy commenting saying, this dude is funny. Screw you. Get out of here. Somebody that is new, right? Somebody that's probably been here for just a few days or something. Be here, analyze every stream, every day, different scenarios and analysis, and then comment, my friend, because I'm surprised. The people that create these comments, I know they haven't been here long enough. I know they haven't been here long enough. I can 100% say this dude that's, actually laughing about the analysis, right, and saying this dude is funny, he hasn't been here long enough, guys. I can 100% say that. I know most of you have been here long enough, guys, and you do enjoy the levels, the setups, the probabilities, right? And we come to the conclusion, and we love to pull out the previous stream, actually to show you, right? We do this all the time, regardless if the analysis and the levels that we mentioned are wrong, and if stop loss was hit. So if we would have entered the trade here, we would have got stopped out here, right? But we were looking at this projection. We always do this, guys. We always do this. Come back to the previous stream and analyze what was talked about. Not suddenly just forget about it, which I can tell you 80% of the channels, right, or maybe do it. We don't do that. We need to be legit, legends. We need to be legit. So, sorry about that. It just pisses me off, guys. Really. It really does. Anyway, the fact that on the higher time frame we mentioned that it would be unlikely that the price breaks down successfully with a wave 3 here and continues to the downside, and the highest probability that we are going to recover if we break down beneath $92,000. It might be shallow or it might be a little bit deeper, right? Sweeping all of the lows of all the higher lows from the last, few weeks, right? Couple of months. The fact that that is highly likely, that the price will very likely claim all-time highs, is thanks to this move right over here. Thanks to this move, I understand this first initial rejection from all-time high. Thanks to this movement down, I understand that it is highly likely that we do this, then we actually do this and continue down. I mean, this is only a projection, right? I'm just saying that the next low will bottom out and then we'll recover. Okay, this is just obviously we need to go through the levels and lower time frame and look for the setups. But it's based on, this is not the top, right? This ain't the top of the bull run. And it's all thanks to this move. Inside of this move, I cannot count a solid impulsive move down in 5 waves. And you may think to yourself, but we even have 7 waves, sorry. You got an extra wave, so you can count. The problem here with an extra wave, you've got 5 waves, you cannot properly count a third wave. I mean, we were speculating on this, a few days ago, based on a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you got 5 waves down in a third wave. That's okay. And then a 4 and a 5 take out the low. That would have been then, okay, we got an impulse in a wave 1 here. What comes next is going to be very difficult. We need to be quite bearish. But the fact that we did not claim this low gives us the other next scenario, which is highly more likely, which is being a WXY double zigzag. It's the only proper scenario that I can count here. I cannot count a solid 5-wave move down based on the 7 waves that we have here. We should have 9 waves to count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because a 9 wave, then you can count the third wave having 5 waves. Then yes, but it did not happen. And this is extending in time right now. So we come to that conclusion that this is an A wave in a double zigzag, because you can have an A wave in a double zigzag. And then this is a B. And we're looking for a next leg down, potentially in a larger ABC move. So anyway, there's many different scenarios that could happen here, but we'll analyze those scenarios once the price develops, right? Because it's without a doubt, it is very complex to try and predict what could happen next week, right? We don't even know what could happen in the next 1 to 2 days. We're getting to the 1 to 2 days levels, right? Internal levels, right? The bullish case and the bearish case. We cannot predict, we cannot talk about what could happen next week, right? We need to focus daily here on the analysis, just like we focused on the previous stream, looking for a 5-wave move up, then looking for a rejection. We got the 5-wave move up and we got the rejection. So, hey. Let's continue through the comment section, guys. I mean, the analysis really, it was a bit mixed up today. Sorry, guys. I have to say it was not easy. We've been really flip-flopping in between comment section and analysis. But the scenario here is basically looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 happening throughout the next 1 to 2 days. And the bullish case needs to hold this 61878 zone for this to be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're breaking up here. Do you want to long it or not? I'm not liking it. I'm not longing here, this area. Even though I expect a bounce, short-term bounce here throughout the next coming hours. But I'm not, you could scalp it or form, we talked about this before. but I'm not going to, I'm not long in it, I have to say. So let's go right away. Fowler has been on fire, but absolutely anybody that has, we talked about Constellation DAG, we talked about Fowler Network. This was back in November, and we talked about this in October. I mean, it's one of them. We have a bunch of them. A lot of them are close to break even, I have to say. ICP, Constellation DAG is pretty good. That's still over 2x since the initial investment zone. Fowler Network, absolutely wonderful. It just did a 3x in the last 24 hours. It's getting a bit of pullback right now eventually. You know, most of them are still in the green, except for one or two, like 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫, where I bought 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽. I'm down 40% plus on my spot bag, but it doesn't matter. Most of them are in the green, right? Since the buying zones that were mentioned on stream here the last few months, and Fowler Network being one of the most favorite ones, one of the most mentioned ones throughout the last couple of months, got a pullback and is on fire, guys. I don't know what the heck happened here the last 24 to 48 hours, but it got a pump of 200%. Almost 180 in the last 48 hours. I don't know what happened. It's getting a sharp pullback eventually. You know, you do expect these volatile moves up to get a sharp pullback. So this is no zone to buy, guys, without a doubt. Not interested. Let's go. Vanna Chain looks good, sir. Valerie, much love to you. Aloha and good morning, Andy. I'm not longing it either, says Valerie. Not longing Bitcoin here in this zone. Not liking it, guys. The short scenario, based on the analysis, was to look for the fifth wave rejection, either from the highs of the third wave, and if the fifth wave were to break out, not interested in shorts in this area. I would be interested in shorts here, unless you form an extended fifth wave ever so slightly and you reject from the highs, and then consider the short position. But this area was no shorts for me. And that was explained through the previous stream. Entered a little late on that short early this morning after the rejection. But overall, dollars are dollars, right? If we can scratch some dollars, then we are happy. Legends, Weeks is an awesome platform. You just need an email and a password to sign up. You get the biggest bonus down below in the description. Sign up right away, guys. You got Bitcoin and hundreds of altcoins to trade on Weeks. And you also have Bluffin, which is a great alternative. Just need an email and a password. You can choose. There's a great bonus on Bluffin as well. Alternatives to Bybit, guys, and other exchanges that want more information. Weeks and Bluffin, extremely legit platforms. You can trade Bitcoin and hundreds of altcoins there. And you just need an email and a password. Let's leave it that way. Anyway, I think it's time. It's short season, Andy. You're best at TA, says RH. Thank you very much. I really wouldn't say I'm the best at TA, okay? I've learned from many legends, okay, out there. But I'm just sharing the information with you, giving you the, levels that the bulls need to hold and the levels that the bears need to hold as well. And what is highly more likely to happen, right? I can be extremely wrong. I have been very wrong as well in the past eventually. But I'm just sharing a little bit of, the risk management and TA, but far away from being the best. But I very much appreciate, let's say that I have experience. Let's say that I'm an experienced trader. I don't like saying that I'm the best. I will never say that. Anyway, thank you very much for the kind words. Hello, legend. What's your take on Sailor? Shall we take a look? Bart Simpson pattern and dump. Yeah, this was a bit of a Bart Simpson pattern. It was a bit of a Bart Simpson pattern, wasn't it? Right there. Bit of a Bart Simpson. Oh, I'm terrible at drawing. I don't know. Yeah, something like this, right? Anyway, let's... Aditya, my man, you are the best. You are the best on YouTube, 100%. Thank you, my man. Much love. Anyway, that's enough about me. It's more about you. Guys, give this legend more likes. Check open leverage Ole chart. Says King Kent. Yannick, thank you very much. Absolute legends, guys. I'm about to cry. I'm emotional. We got over 500 likes already. That's more than enough for me, legends. Anyway, Varna Chain. Let's take a look at some altcoins for the legends. I've got a bit of news to take a look at. later on, if we have time, but we focus on analysis, guys. Let's crack on. I also want to share a little bit of my opinion on this, guys. I want to share my opinion on this scenario. It's very... Let's do altcoins from comment section, and then we go, okay? Is this guy really the best at TA? I'm going to say no. No, I'm not. If I were to say yes, that would be pretty lame to say. If anybody says that is the best at something... No, guys, there's lots of places to learn, okay? I'm just an experienced trader. Let's leave it that way. Is it good? Check out the streams. Check out the opinions of the people. I'm going to let the people speak, not me. If you see somebody saying that he's the best, I would say, guys, be careful. Anyway, let's go right away and take a look at this one with 𝗬𝗫 𝗬𝗫 chain. Let's take a look at 𝗬𝗫 chain. I'll let the people speak, guys, not me. 𝗬𝗫 chain, 𝗬𝗫. This one's down 5%. Let's take a look at this one, 𝗬𝗫 chain. Let's take a look at this one for 𝗬𝗫, and then make sure to pop your altcoins down below, guys. We'll be doing a brief analysis and analyze what we could expect, right? Looking at the different probabilities and try and figure out what is the highest probability scenario. There is another chart, guys, that I have to say. I am oh my goodness, this one is, oh my goodness, this is crazy, guys. I am going to put a significant chunk of capital on 𝗖𝗿, and I have to say it's already at an okay buy zone. Just be ready. I mean, I cannot say what you need to do, but I'm going to tell you what I am going to do. I am gonna maybe not too much for me. I'm maybe about 10k or 20k dollars into 𝗖𝗿, because I mean I'm already heavily into altcoins, and we could see a little bit of volatility down. I don't want to hold on that unrealized losses. I don't want to have, hold those potential losses. But 𝗖𝗿, I got an insane analysis, and this is right over here is 𝗬𝗏. It's a bars pattern from 𝗬𝗏, and it looks absolutely crazy. We analyzed this last week, and I have to say I would be very confident and making about a 3x on this one. So if I put 20k, it goes up to 60k, right? Made 40k or something like that. Just flip-flopping some altcoins, just like we've been doing with Fowler Network, Constellation DAG, and many different ones throughout the last few months. I can't invest in 100 altcoins. I'm just going to choose a dozen or half a dozen, in between half a dozen and a dozen, and do some flips, right? Looking for 2-3x's on many different ones where the analysis is very spot on. And that I will only talk about something to say, guys, I am doing this when I'm pretty much very confident on the analysis and the recovery that is going to happen. Just like with many different ones here, like Fowler Network, insane accumulation, 10-11 cents is a buy zone. This one, 𝗖𝗿, based on the analysis, and I know it's a great project, looks absolutely wonderful at this red box zone as a accumulation DCA zone. I'll do 𝗬𝗫's first, which is 𝗬𝗫 chain, 𝗬𝗫, and you're saying about this to be hopefully 𝗖𝗿 to the 8.886, maybe. Some people like 𝗖𝗿. I got several 𝗖𝗍s in the comment section. 𝗬𝗏 did 0.88, hopefully. 𝗬𝗏 hit the 0.88 Fibonacci retracement here on this ascending broadening wedge scenario. But guys, I don't care about crypto technology, only Chainlink. We're here to make gains, guys, right? We're here to take advantage of opportunities. The moment we do a 2-3x, we want to take initial investment out, right? Maybe a 4x. Initial investment out, leave a moon bag. Be protected, guys. This is the wild, wild west of investments, right? Cryptocurrency. And it's all a big, massive, speculative bubble, right? Will it be the future? Well, yeah, maybe. But, it's highly correlated to stock market, to the economy, to a recession. So we want to be very, very careful, and we want to know exactly when to put our capital in, right? I want to take a look at Brett on the higher time frame. Somebody was saying that it did retrace to the 0.88 fib. My goodness, where do we have a bit get? There we go. Thank you. From the pivot low here on Brett to the pivot high, it did not hit the 0.88. It hit the 7.8 Fibonacci. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in an expanding wave 1, ABC, 7.8, classic for a wave 2, blast off. This is the bars pattern from Brett, and this price action is from 𝗖. I was going to say 𝗖𝗿 then. 𝗖. Wave 1, wave 2, you formed your ascending broadening wedge. And, you know, I'm actually expecting to possibly see lower here on 𝗖, especially if Bitcoin breaks below $92,000 in the coming days. It would be nice to get a bit of a bounce and then down based on the timing. But never mind, you know, this is probably going to be a few weeks. It might bounce, then come back down. And it might be end of January where we see a massive recovery, altcoin season. But overall, this is, regardless, a great accumulation zone for 𝗖. And I'm looking to do a 3x on this, and I'm going to put some capital in. 40 cents, it might even go down to 30 cents, guys. I mean, this is a 25% drop. I mean, are you ready to deploy some capital here, or you want to remain patient? I mean, I don't know if we're going to go down there, but I know a higher low in this area is extremely likely. So DCA, you know, I might put 2K today. If we drop lower, I might put another 2-3K. I mean, if we go down to 30 cents, that is when I would go pretty aggressive. I'll put 10K straight away on the dip if we were to get it, right? But we don't know if we're going to get it. So anyway, going through this analysis on Van, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to say, you know, this would be an altcoin that I'm happy to buy. Could it do a 10x in the bull run? We'll leave a moon back, but I'm targeting above this high is when I will start to take profit. And that will be over a 3x buying in this zone. Do a 3x, I'm taking 50% out and I'm leaving a moon bag because, yeah, this could go pretty crazy in 2025 and go to $2, $3, $4. We'll see. We'll analyze once that happens, but just telling you there's high probability in this scenario happening. You got the bars pattern here. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Expanding wave 1. In expanding wave 1 after this correction, it's just a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's likely that we're going to see a third wave 4-5 in the next coming months on this one. So yeah, anyway, let's go through 𝗬𝗿. Very interesting 𝗬𝗿 right over here. Let's zoom in on the let's get to 600 likes, guys. I know altcoins, people don't really care about altcoins too much. Some people, yes, some people no. I'm going to try and go through a couple of altcoins here in the comment section, guys. Bear with me. And 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 gave me this one. Great accumulation zone, classic accumulation zone in a bear market, and then massive rally on this one, 𝗬𝗿. This one did over a 10x throughout Q4 of 23, part of Q1 of 24. Absolutely insane. You need to speculate that this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2. Whew. Almost hitting the 0.88. Thankfully it did not. But yeah, wave 2 classic zone is in between 50% and 7.8. We actually extended a little bit too much. This does look very corrective. And now we got the initial first wave up. I have to say, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫, this does look pretty interesting. Based on the end of the correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got this ABC. I mean, same applies here. You got the break of the structure, just keeping it simple from this corrective move. This has to be your first initial wave 1, wave 2. You need to bottom out here at some stage and then create that third wave in the next coming weeks. Where do you want to bottom out? In between the 50% and the 7/8. So you basically, at the golden pocket zone, you did not reach the 7/8. I mean, this is your bottoming out zone for this crypto. First wave 1, wave 2, you would expect third wave into 2025 on 𝗲𝗲. So I have no idea about this project, but based on an accumulation or a speculative swing long zone, I mean, this is the zone where it is right now. 𝗲𝗲 as ticker symbol, this probably can be traded on, let's see if you can trade it on weeks here or Bybit. I'm sure you can. 𝗲𝗲. It is available, I'm sure, on different platforms. Binance KuCoin, you got it on Bybit as well, very likely on weeks and bluffing. Yeah, you have it on weeks as well. You can trade 𝗲𝗲 on weeks, Bybit, bluffing. Guys, remember that on weeks you do have an exclusive bonus. You just need an email and a password to sign up for weeks. Absolutely awesome. Bluffing and weeks are great alternatives to these other exchanges that require more information. Email and password, you're signing up in minutes, guys. Check out the links down below for that great bonus that you do have. Regarding 𝗲𝗲, I mean, this is the zone that needs to hold based on Elliott wave theory and based on, you know, where we at right now in this bull run. Let's just quickly go through this, guys, because I want to go and give you a little bit of information about, you know, we know about the Bitcoin dominance. We are expecting 2025 for the Bitcoin dominance to collapse. Okay. Could we claim the highs one more time, get a bit of an altcoin dip? Absolutely yes. Get a bit of more volatility, 10-20% down would be absolutely natural. But we are expecting the dominance for Bitcoin to collapse, start a very aggressive downtrend into 2025. And what is this? This is the total the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Basically all the altcoins except Ethereum. And just so we have a little bit of the emotional, right? How you basically, how does the market work, right? Because it's very fun to see the technical analysis from the previous cycles and try and understand the same period where we were on the previous bull run, which I was very much here. In December of 2020, we got a pullback of 26%. This was December of 2020, going through the 4-year cycle theory, right? The halving year, which we are in right now. That December, before bull run continued, we got a pullback throughout Christmas, right? Throughout December of 26%. Right now, we're actually having a pullback of round about, 26% throughout December. Pretty crazy, right? This little pullback down here is 26%, even though it doesn't look like it. Interesting. What is very common to happen in any asset when you're entering a bull run is when you test the previous all-time high on the higher time frames. You got the 2017-2018 bull market top of the crypto bull run. When you hit that level in 2021, in the case of the altcoins, you know, we're actually front running the previous 4-year cycle bull run. We're moving faster this time. When you hit the highs, it's very common to not break through on the first attempt, getting a devastating pullback once you hit the highs of the previous cycle of, in this case, 34% back in 2021. When you were testing the highs of the previous bull run, you broke out, but you got a devastating pullback. This is the weekly chart, by the way, of 34%. Now, we have tested the highs of the 2021 bull market, not very strongly, but we did get a massive rejection. So we tried and attempting to break out and got the rejection throughout the last couple of weeks. This happens so many times from a higher time frame high. You know, it's just a classic level where you're going to see a lot of exit liquidity. You're going to see a lot of people, you know, exiting at the highs from the previous bull run. This happened before, and it's happening again. History does not repeat, but it does rhyme, as they say. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty interesting to see how, you know, you come up to the 2017 bull run top, you reject 34%. This is devastating rejection. In December, you know, of the bull run, you also get a little bit of, you know, Santa dump, right? Or Santa rally, they say, but in this case, no. The 4-year cycle, the halving year, we actually dropped 26%. So we got a drop of 26% as well on average. So, coincidence? I think not. Bull run to continue in 2025, legends. Andy, you said you will look at EGLD and KSM. NH20, NH80, sorry, my man. I will. I will never understand why the cam pick should be on the right side, which can't see it because the cam, which can't be seen because of the cam. Okay, sorry, my man. Maybe from now on, we'll go up here. What do you think about that? If you like it, smash up the like button and let me know in the comment section if we should go right over here. Sorry, my man. I will do what the viewers want on stream. So let's take a look at eGold here from my man that did give a super chat. NH80. Sorry, my man. I was going to leave that. Oh, big rejection on eGold. EGLD got a nice breakout eventually throughout November. Most of the altcoins did, right? Breakout of this corrective move. The analysis applies as well on eGold. Let's just get these wedges out of the way. We don't need them. They're just going to be a bunch of nothing on the chart. So regarding eGold, legends, thank you very much. Arno, you're very welcome. No Christmas rally. No, we did not. I mean, Christmas rally later on, but not for the moment. Based on the analysis that we talked about, the Christmas rally is to come later on, but we were expecting a rejection on Bitcoin after forming 5 waves up, which is eventually going to affect the altcoins. Okay, so Bitcoin analysis is extremely important to understand what will altcoins do next potentially, right? eGold would still be speculating the fact that it's going to be reaching March highs at some point in 2025. And I have to come to the conclusion, I mean, this did come to the bear market lows, and you know, maybe this is going to be an ABC flat and then bear market. Some coins are just going to die, and maybe eGold is one of them. Maybe not, but maybe another bear market before crypto becomes something worldwide, another 4 or 5 years, is very possible. You know, the fact that we came all the way down to the bear market lows is just not helping me here, right? This is not bueno. There's not a higher low formed here to speculate on a wave 3, so I need to speculate on an ABC and then bear market, and it might do a 3x, 4x in the bull run. eGold is a mid-high cap, so the fact that we claim the bear market lows is not good for me. And the only conclusion that I can come is, yeah, we have high probability that in 2025 we are going to claim these highs. The question is how high can we go if this is going to be an ABC flat? And then, you know, bear market on eGold for the next few years, right? Lots of altcoins will not reach the previous all-time high, guys. It's like that. So analyzing the local time frame, which is what we are more interested in, of course, is this great movement to the upside, right? You've got that wedgie move, and you've got an awesome move up here that possibly has finished a first impulsive move. You've got high volume decreasing volume on the movement down, a bit of local volatility. I don't know what the heck's going on here on eGold. Is this just on Binance, or is it also on the, yeah, you got a bit of wiki movements here. But what I would speculate on this one is that this is going to be a wave 2. You got the first initial impulse, you got the retracement that should bottom out in between 50% and 7.8, right? You did hit the 7.8 already. That is where you got the exact bounce just a few days ago at $29.30. This is the zone that I'm expecting to hold and not to break down successfully. Could you test the lows again? I mean, if we were to do so, I would see that as a great opportunity. This is why a lot of the altcoins, if Bitcoin drops down below $92,000 in the next coming days, right? Then a lot of the altcoins are going to pull back 10%, 20% maybe, right? They will get that dip. And I would be eyeing this, you know, the last opportunity entering into 2025 to get some cheap altcoins, because I do expect this zone to hold on eGold, right? We're talking about $28 to $33, right? Range. Basically this area over here to maintain. Of course, it's going to be choppy. It's going to be boring for a few days, maybe even a few weeks till we actually get the recovery into 2025. But this is the zone where the price is stopping for the last few days and should bottom out. Based on the analysis, you got, you know, a massive descending wedge structure. You break out the bearish structure. You got your first wave 1, your wave 2. You're in your wave 2. You look for the wave 3 in the next coming weeks. So take that with a grain of salt, legends. But this would be the reaccumulation zone for eGold. My man, NH80. Feliz Navidad, Alex. ¿Cómo estás? Much love to you, my man. Someone saying, can you take a look at TIA? TIA. Let's take a look at TIA. Why not? I do actually hold some TIA. We got a breakout and back in. Yeah, my average buying zone on TIA is $5. So we got the breakout here, back inside of this triangle. The fact that I didn't like TIA too much is because of the unlocks that it was, you know, the unlocks that it has. I don't like these kind of, I mean, the project is awesome, I have to say, but the fact that you have major unlocks coming, that has happened and still coming, I don't like to chart these cryptos that have major unlocks, okay? So I'm just holding a speculative bag for the long term. I'm here for the tech. But I would want to see TIA hold this range, but I'm in doubt. I'm really in doubt. Not going to do the analysis on this one. Solana rebound. Andy, you didn't check 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽 yesterday. Let's take a look at 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽 right away today then. Got too many altcoins, guys. This is really a mission impossible if I want to take a look at lots of altcoins from the community. I really do try it. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝘽. Let's go. Somebody said we didn't check it yesterday. Well, I have to take a look at it today then. Madre mía. This one failed breakout of the accumulation zone. My goodness. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝘆𝗽, I've heard this crypto project before. I want to take a deep look at it because regarding accumulation, I love where it is on the chart. We'll do a bit of research on this one, but on where it is, wow, this is devastating. You got a large accumulation that broke out but failed miserably. You got the major dip here of December. This one absolutely collapsed throughout December. This is why we do not want to buy on the pumps breakouts, guys. It's a big no-no. If you buy, you're buying in the accumulation zone where you could be close to break even and hold on any small losses, unrealized losses, right? Whoever's buying the breakout is holding a 30, 40, 50%, you know, drop from the highs. It's 50% plus. Yeah, we'll take a look at 𝗖 beyond the super cluster. I am very bullish on 𝗖 for 2025, and I got a perfect chart to explain why. But I do expect maybe slightly lower levels, potentially 30 cents on 𝗖, which I am going to be buying. Remain patient, guys. You need to know where to buy. I'm going to go heavy on 𝗖. Well, heavy. I might put $20K, you know, looking for a 3-4x on average. But hey, if we can make $50,000, right, you know, in a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, bring it on, you know. But the analysis is spot on, and I'm happy to share that with you. Regarding 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽, I have to say, it doesn't look too great, right? You're getting back inside of the accumulation, but I need to give this one a chance. This is the first initial wave. You have technically broken out of the bearish structure here. And, you know, yeah, you're not bouncing on the trend line. Doesn't matter. We don't do analysis based on the trend lines, okay? Based on bouncing on the trend line or any of that. This could be, without a doubt, your first initial wave 1 and wave 2, because you've broken out from this devastating bearish market structure. First initial breakout, first major collapse, correction move of 50%. Now, this is the zone that needs to hold. The 7-8, you know, it's a no-brainer. Will this maintain our support? This is the accumulation zone. If Bitcoin gets a drop of a few $1,000s, we would expect the lows to be claimed again and a possible double bottom. But I would say it's highly likely that this low is not going to be hit. You're just going to get a bit of a volatility move, wedgie structure, hold on for a few weeks here. If we form this kind of structure, I'm going to be extremely bullish. If we form this in the next coming weeks, guys, we're bottoming out here. We're going to get the break, just like we did throughout multiple coins, September, October, November. Guys, this is going to bottom out here. Fowler network. We're looking to buy up here at the 10-11 cent zone. This is great. Zone of accumulation. We're forming a bit of a wedgie accumulation area. That's what we want to wait for. The drop has been very aggressive. We might form this small little reaccumulation on 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽. I would expect this area to maintain our support and then break out. But be aware of Bitcoin short-term volatility. Bitcoin moving up right now. This is going to be interesting. Moving up, holding. It did consolidate at the golden pocket. Was expecting a little bit of a bounce here in this zone after this reaction. Was not happy to long it though. It's going to be interesting here. The golden pocket, lower high. That's the zone that I would expect. Something similar to this, but right over here, and then look for the rollover. Let's see if we do get that reaction at that zone. Someone asking for 𝗖 on a super chat. And yes, we did take a look at this a few minutes, just about 30 minutes ago. This one looks awesome. This one looks absolutely great. There is the Brett chart here in the bars pattern. And when we got 𝗖 launched, eventually we do have the first initial wave. This is the first initial wave on 𝗖 that happened throughout, you know, Q4 of 23 and Q1 of 24. Big correction, of course, throughout May, June, July, August, right? Absolutely great to see this movement to the upside, because this is not an A, B, C kind of thing. Absolutely not. This is a first initial wave, corrective wave. You got this expanding wave 1. You got 5 waves here. This is awesome. This is great, because this invalidates the, you know, possibility of that bearish case in a 3-wave or a zigzag or a, you know, triangle. You formed an expanding wave move up here, which gives you the highest probability scenario that you're looking at a wave 1 here, and you are in the formation of a wave 2 that should bottom out in this box area, which is 30 to 40 cent zone, to then recover in 2025, right? Give or take January, February. when we do get the bars pattern, because I did do the analysis on 𝗖 just a few days ago on a stream, and then we analyzed 𝗏. And when I analyzed 𝗏, I was thinking, guys, this wave 2 was basically what we're speculating on 𝗖, and I managed to get the bars pattern on 𝗏, and you have it right there. The end of wave 1 in an expanding move, 5 wave here, right there in the blue, as you can see, and then you form that ABC. Wave 2, third wave, very explosive to claim the highs. So I'm expecting this same move based on what happened to 𝗏 on 𝗖. And this is accumulation zone. Yeah, it could take 1 to 2 more weeks here. It can get choppy, it can get volatile, legends. But just be ready for it. But my goodness, I couldn't be more confident to buy a crypto in this zone. Anyway, legends, people are boring. It is the 26th. We're still on holidays. If you want to trade 𝗖, buy 𝗖, or different cryptos, remember they're on Wix. You just need an email and a password to sign up. You also got bluffing, guys. It's a great alternative to other exchanges. The biggest bonus is available down below. Sign up right away, guys. Trade with me these different altcoins. Let's take advantage of this bull run. You can buy on spot or trade. Bitcoin analysis, the first 30 minutes to 1 hour. Thank you very much. Destroy the like button. The prediction from the previous stream playing out kind of nicely. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.